Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are making one of my favorite comfort dishes, beans and corn. This meal is simple, nourishing and full of flavor. Yeah, that is me bringing out the corn from the fridge and I'm trying to remove it from its shell or back, whichever way you call it. Yeah, so when doing it, please, you have to take caution of what you are removing so that not to hurt yourself. I promise you, when you do this, you keep doing it every day because it's nutritious, very nutritious and delicious to eat. You can have it anytime, but I prefer taking it as dinner. Yeah, and not, it's not every food, it's not one of every food. Is also a light food because it's full of corn and beans. Yeah, the next thing is for me to be removing it one after the other from the corn stick, whichever way you call it. I know you understand, I know, right? Yeah, so that is me taking my time to remove it one after the other. Basically, the corn is very soft, very soft and so sweet. In fact, if you do not take your time, you just can't just finish it at a go. Yeah, but you would need to boil it before putting it in your mouth in order to kill any germs that might have been inside. So that is me using my knife to remove it because it's very soft and I don't want everything to be full of water before I cook it naturally. Yeah, that is me taking my time to put the knife in between the corn to remove it. So I don't want to eat it ordinarily without beans. I prefer mixing it with beans. There we go. Yes, I'm done with that. The next thing is for me to put some water inside my pot, my cooking pot. I've put it on the stove. Yeah, so I'm trying to measure some beans. I wanted to use 2 cups of beans. That is, in back home we call it half derica. Yeah, so it's close to 2 cups. That is like a derica in Nigeria, the way we call it. So that's me rinsing the beans. I need to rinse it because of chemical that it has been preserved with. So after rinsing it, I pour it inside my hot water, as you can see, and I need to extract the water out from it, which you see I made it boiled properly. Yeah, I've extracted the water. So the next thing is for me to add more water, but if you are to add water inside, please let it just be a little bit above the beans, a little bit, so that your beans and corn will not be too full of water. It will not be too watery at the end of the day, as you can see. Yeah, so while the beans is cooking, I'm trying to sort out my habanero pepper, my bell pepper. You can see I have the one of yellow, the one of red, and the one of like orange. Yeah, I'm using 3 sets. As you can see, bell peppers, they are bell pepper. They are not peppery, but I added some little bit spicy. As an African woman, we love something spicy. Yeah, so I used 3 habanero pepper. Yeah, 3 to 4. I used 3 to 4 habanero pepper, and my bell pepper are being divided into 3 portions. Yes, I divided it into 3 portions. So that's 1/3 of the big habanero pepper, which you see inside the video, and my onion, as you can see. Yeah, I'm removing seed from the bell pepper and the habanero pepper. I want my beans and corn to be seedless. I don't want any seed to be inside. That was why I took my time to remove any seed. So that is my onion. My onion is small, so I decided to add more onion to it because I love onions. Adding onion to your food will make it sweeter than ever. Yeah, I love eating onion. It's very nutritious. Yes, very, very nutritious and healthy. When you eat onions, you'll be healthy. I love eating onions. So that's me taking another onions. You can see a big fat onion. There you go. Yeah. So that is me cutting the onions, rinsing it again. Tada! The next thing is to turn my blending machine. Yeah. Can you see that? Yeah. So I'll just give it a little bit blend. Yes, I put it in low. I put my blending machine into low parts. Yeah, just a little bit blend. I just want you to have a touch of low blend. Yeah, so I've put my pot on stove as well. I turn in my red oil and as well as my pepper, my habanero pepper. Yeah, and the likes. Yeah, that is it. I added salt. No need to add Maggi because I'm dealing with corn and my sweet corn and honey beans. Yeah, the beans you saw the other time was honey beans, so I added my curry and thyme, not ginger. I didn't add ginger, so if you want to add ginger, is optional. So I open it after like 10 minutes. Yes, I want it to cook properly. So I spent like 10 minutes. I stir together. So back to my corn. Yes, I took it from the fridge. So I rinse, just a little rinse because not that dirty. Yes, as you can see, it's pure, so I don't want to rinse the nutrients away finish. So I check my beans on fire as well, as you can see. So checking if the beans is soft. So I notice it's soft. I added my corn inside it. Mind you, if you are to use our corn back home, it's possible we start cooking with corn first before using our honey beans, but it's because the corn is soft. Corn here in America very soft and sweet. That was why I started cooking with my honey beans, and the honey beans also is soft. We call it a waulo in honey beans. So I've stirred together. I noticed I needed to add little bit of water and added my salt. I've added a little pinch of salt inside my stew now. So that is what I'm doing. So I've turned in my soup or stew, not soup, my stew inside. Yeah, so I'm trying to stir it together like so. Can you see? Can someone tell me how it tastes? I know, right? So my beans and corn is ready to be served. Thank you so much for joining. This is the outcome. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe, like, comment and share. How do you serve your beans and corn? I want to know at the comment section. Bye.